And one of the things you mentioned earlier was like custom GPTs or gems. Like you can build for each client a data set that you're using in your cloud data lake, if you will, right? Of whatever ecosystem you're in. And you could drop these documents in there. You can use the chatbot to recall this data to help you create better tailored data. There's a lot of prompts that you can use from a prompt engineering standpoint, as well as kind of like you're using almost like a RAG system, right? To recall this. And then like one of the things that we're doing for a couple clients, and this is, something that's like, we're not advertising it, but we're building LLMs, open source LLMs on their server so that they can recall data where it's not getting processed out of house. So they're protecting their data. So like we're starting to look at kind of data governance as I think important, because these LLMs, like once this data gets out there, it's hard to put back in a box. And we're even seeing people that know how to use this data, like, they're using it not appropriately, right? So at a company that we're working with right now, we're calling it like shadow AI, I guess. And so people are using it and they're putting proprietary information into the public realm. And that's not ideal, right? Especially if you have some of this stuff. So you need to understand what Lynn's talking about with kind of quote unquote the data lakes, or keeping your stuff internal and making sure that it's all talking to each other inside like a terms of service where what's happening to the data. So I just want to throw that out there because people are moving really fast on stuff and we're seeing stuff break. And so, just be careful of that.
Yeah, I think that's excellent. We've been telling people, matter of fact, I have my son who's in college and he's thinking about making a complete 180 and going to IT school. And I'm like, I can't support that enough. I don't think people understand how important IT, and all of that is going to become here. And I know that Anthropic just had, like, you probably saw that.
Yeah, I posted about that. I was just like, even the biggest company in the world is dealing with these like issues of like, oh, we didn't set something, and then we just provided all this research and all this data that is proprietary. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's concerning. So I think it's funny because the conversation is kind of going a little different, but it's my problem with IT is this. Number one, they are probably more needed now in this world than almost anything. They really are. The second thing is sometimes they're going to handcuff you so much, you're not going to your AI advancements are going to get small. So I think as much as an agency or an industry like us, like marketing, like we had to advance, I think IT has got to understand that they are not going to be able to control the speed of the car. Typically, IT and security has always been able to control the speed of a car in a business. You no longer can do that. So I think that the IT people are going to have to lean on AI in their own right to be able to keep up to the speed of what's going on, because they could pull you back and hinder your business. But you're making a very, very good point. I think it's something everyone has to understand. Your data, unfortunately, if you don't play this game right, whether you're going to do it on Snowflake or however you want to build your modes, your data could get out there just by one dumb thing. And if you have an employee uploading has to come up with a financial document for the CFO and throws up all their company information of a Fortune 500 company, that's not good. You don't do that into a ChatGPT because it will get out there. So you make a good point. We're in a really real world where the privacy is a concern.
So I want to bring this back to kind of the path that we were on, but I wanted to highlight that because I was talking to a cybersecurity expert, and basically people were doing stuff at the company and it triggered a cybersecurity response, which cost the company like 15 grand because people weren't utilizing it internally and it looked like a hack.
Yeah.
And so, it's just something to be thinking about when you're doing this. And I agree with like speed, but break things and like, whatever it is.
No.
You know what I mean? Like development in the real world or whatever. So like, there's a couple quotes out there that I think that is a subset culture of startup, right? And I think that there's a difference between startup and like, if you have a legacy business, how do you transform? You go through that digital transformation, because I feel like a lot of companies are starting to get through the like, oh, we need to use social media. And now there's this whole new thing of AI and like, oh my gosh, how do we get there? And then they're like, run. And, they don't know what the tech debt that's happening is. And they could make some faux pas that could really affect their business. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there in this conversation, but I do 100% agree that we were affected first and now other businesses are being affected. So we
Yeah.
we are kind of the guides and can provide the guideposts for other companies that are going through this transformation. Because I mean, we got hit with it